Broadcasting live with coverage you can count on. This is KSLA News 12 at 6.
Well, President Donald Trump is hoping a tax plan will be finalized soon.
Congressional Republicans are working to approve the plan that was passed by Senate Republicans.
The president says the bill is shaping up, here he is on Twitter, to be better than expected. He also said it would be not just important, but also special.
However, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders criticized the plan as favoring the wealthy.
This is not a tax bill designed to help the American people. It is a tax bill designed to help the wealthiest people in this country and the largest corporations, and I'm going to do everything I can to see that it is defeated.
No Senate Democrats voted in support of the bill, while just one Republican voted against it. President Trump has said he would like the bill on his desk before the end of the year. And U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy from Louisiana said today he does believe people will get on board with tax reform once they see the benefits.
In fact, he joins us live right now on the phone to discuss this and more. Senator Cassidy, first of all, thank you for taking time out to join us this afternoon.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, we wanted to discuss tax reform. We'll get into that in just a second. But first, we just want to quickly address what happened in our country this morning. A terrorist attack in New York City, a botched attempt, thank goodness. The president continues to push for more stringent immigration, for Congress to get something done. Your thoughts just about this morning's attack as you kind of reel it all in and the ongoing debate over these tighter borders?
We are in a multi-generational fight against radical Islam, not against Islam. There are many Muslim Americans who are wonderful Americans. I'm a doctor. I've had many colleagues who are just wonderful people who happen to be Muslim. But for radical Islam, they see our country as a threat, and they are going to do what they can to attack us. We will win, but it's going to be a 100-year war. And this is just one more example of that which I just said.
So, again, you're anxious to see something along the lines of what the president's saying, tighter, to pass some sort of legislation that creates a more stringent border.
Well, this guy wouldn't have been stopped by a border. He came in legally through a chain migration. We may want to do something like that. We have to recognize that folks like this man, so I understand, the Boston bombers and others, are radicalized once they come here. They're not radical when they come here. They're radicalized once they come here. Now, that's going to take a different approach, one where we monitor people, what they're saying, and if they are stimulating violent acts, they should be stopped. But two, to counter. What the West has is a lot better than the hatred that those folks spew out. And so it's going to be both a messaging war, a battle for people's hearts, but also if somebody's a terrorist, you arrest them early.
All right. Senator Cassidy, back to our big headline of today, the other big headline, which is tax reform. What exactly is in the bill that changes the current tax system in the U.S.? Some highlights.
Yeah, so for most working families, middle-income families, they will no longer have to itemize. They will pay less taxes. They'll have more money to take home. As well as we have pro-growth policies, which are estimated by some to over time contribute as much as $4,000 extra in the average family's paycheck over the course of a year. Over the course of a year. And so we have things in there to continue to get the economy moving. We've seen the last 3 quarters the economy is moving. Unemployment record lows, wage growth beginning to happen. We want to press on the accelerator and get it even better for those families that have struggled for the last 8 years.
Then where is this coming from that we just heard from Bernie Sanders? That, the rich are just getting richer. We're just cutting the rich the brakes. What is it then that you feel that they're pulling from this, that perhaps the Democrats are twisting to say that? I mean, where is that coming from?
If you listen to Bernie Sanders for the last 4 years, he's like a wind-up doll. You pull the cord. Republicans are for the rich people. Republicans are for the rich people. And Bernie's just got one note, and he hits it over and over. But the left is going to say that anything that is pro-business, that tries to lower taxes for business, is favoring major corporations.
And that's a big part of this, if I'm not mistaken, really cutting tax on businesses almost in half to try to keep them from going overseas.
To keep them from taking their jobs overseas, and then from their overseas location, competing with companies that are still here, basically forcing them to move overseas to be at the same advantage. So we not only decrease taxes for middle income and working families, make it simpler for them to file their taxes, but we also hopefully keep those companies from moving overseas, have them creating jobs here, not in China or India.
All right, and thank you so much, U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy, joining us via phone from Washington, D.C. Tonight. That's something we will be definitely keeping an eye on, is the tax reform. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
And,
hey, thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, sir. And of course, we've been following the tax reform debate on not only